You're talking about Frankie. I've got a problem with gambling fucking four fingers, Doug.
Heavy, I'm sure he can pay.
Well, not with my goods he isn't. You got a toothbrush? We're going to London. Do you hear that, Doug? I'm coming to London.
Heavy!
Shut up and sit down, you big bald fuck.
Okay, it's right. It's right, yeah. Okay, it's right, yeah. It's Katrina Porter. Do you want to know what I even said? What? I'm a drunk whore? Well, looky. It's a rare gem. It's Katrina Porter.
Oh, Anna Serene.
I was trying to do a Brad Pitt. Welcome to Split Happens, everyone else.
Welcome, everybody. That's not what you really said, though.
It's in my notes.
Oh.
I felt really good about that one. That's going to be one of my faves. Each episode, Katrina and I discuss a movie both of us love. However, only one of us gets to say anything good about the movie at all. They're the pro of the episode, which means the other is the con and has to attack it. Which means, in this episode, if Katrina catches a rule break from me, we're going to hear this sound.
I'm in danger.
Dude, I had too much to drink already.
Uh-oh. Ayo.
Well, luckily, if I just slur my way through, it's just like the movie.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, what happened was, we mentioned in our October movies, when we were announcing our November movies, that we were starting with Tango and Cash, which is true.
Yep.
It's already been released. And then next is Bugsy Malone for Anna's birthday, which we just recorded. And then our next movie, which is going to be released on November 20th, was going to be Princess Bride, because that is my wedding anniversary. And we were like, aw,
Yeah.
isn't that sweet? We both love that movie. It's perfect.
We can quote it from start to finish for sure.
It's amazing. And it's a love story. It's so sweet. And then I got to thinking, Ty and I, well, we don't actually watch those movies together.
You do not.
And it's not because Ty wouldn't, because he would. He's an affable kind of guy.
Oh, for sure.
If I was like, I really want to watch a chick flick, he would do it. He loves he really enjoys the movie Love Actually.
He's watched all the musicals and stuff that we've done, right?
Yeah. Some of them.
He suffered through that.
Yeah. He will, sort of. And, but I was like, that's just not the movies that we watch together, really.
Go with your heart.
We watch action movies. We watch a lot of murder movies. We watch murder documentaries. We watch murder, basically. So I said, Ty, what would be a good episode for Anna and I to do that would represent, a movie that you and I would watch? And so we started talking, and then we came up with this movie.
I'm so excited about it, even if I can't understand like a good chunk of the movie.
For obvious reasons, we picked the movie Snatch. Because, as Anna, you know why, right? Because
Snatch?
Murder.
Oh, I thought you meant the pink triangle.
No, it's kind of sweet. You know how I'm always kind of
the fuzzy cave.
No, just kind of threatening to murder Ty. It's sweet.
Yes.
It's kind of sweet how I do it. Like,
Is it though?
I'm going to kill you. Oh. If you don't quit putting rocks in my dishwasher, I am going to kill you.
He's not still doing that, is
Not anymore. The threats, they sunk in.
he? He got the hint.
Yeah, but I did make him watch all of the Bourne Ultimatum movies after that. And then Silence of the Lambs. So, so it doesn't, for a lot of people, it doesn't make sense necessarily that this would be a good anniversary movie. But for us, it makes perfect sense because we like watching these movies together. Like we're watching the Penguin series together. We just finished watching the first season of Broadchurch, which I know is a series that's over with. But
If I haven't seen it, I love David Tennant. I love Olivia Colman.
So good. Like these are the movies and shows that we watch. We enjoy. So anyway.
Yes.
And there may be other reasons that we enjoy this movie.
Does that have to do with the
No.
Lincoln Tunnel? The stinking tunnel? That's not right. The furry tunnel?
No. Nothing to do with Snatch. So just
Snatch.
no. I'm going to bust your bubble
Oh no.
and let you know that other than letting you know that this was written and directed by Guy Ritchie
Yeah.
and that it had a budget of $10 million and
All right, money bags.
and did a box office of around $80 million. That is the only pre-synopsis trivia I have.
I think I'm going to get a button push.
You do?
I do.
I'm going to try so hard.
Oh, well, it's Brad Pitt.
Can we just get into it? Because I'm so excited. I don't have a ton of trivia, there, but I will confess.
Yes.
And it's not because of any personal reasons, but it's just because it's what, the material gave me. Most of my trivia is about Brad Pitt.
What?
I can only work with what I'm given.
I am shocked. Shocked. I tell you.
You know what?
I say, I think this is going to be very, very fast, which makes absolutely sense. If you've seen the movie, it is a very fast, very, very, very fast movie.
No fat.
I have no idea if it has fat or not. But we'll get into that.
Just like Brad Pitt.
Just like Brad Pitt. All right, fine.
Play the fucking song.
Let's do it.
Let the games begin.
Our movie begins.
Brad Pitt is so good in this.
I'm in danger.
You got a button push right from the... What? You got a button push right from... What?
I figured I was going to get one, so I just want to get out of the way.
What?
Because we have a rule that if you have a button push by one thing, you can't get it again. Is a rule that I just made up. He really is, though. I know it was coming, so I figured I would just get it out of the way.
Alert, everyone. This is a first.
Yeah.
We haven't even spoken his name in the synopsis.
I know, but I've been drinking so much and I knew it was coming. So I'd rather just get it out of the way.
This covers you for the whole synopsis? You know what? I will allow it.
I'll tell you, there are a few Brad Pitt movies that I don't love. And I hate saying that because I love him so much. So if I get another one, I think I'm just going to do nothing but Brad Pitt. Or you could just do nothing but Brad Pitt movies.
Okay.
That I just
Okay.
Take your pick. You know which ones I don't like.
Okay. I will start with Meet Joe Black.
Oh, no. Oh.
Because I want to get one more out of you. I want to get two. Just to make up for that
Because there's one I definitely dislike more.
I know, but I kind of want to get one more out of you just because that from that soft trick or treat one.
The thing is Meet Joe Black is so fucking boring. And that car thing is hilarious. It's definitely not. You know what? That car thing where he gets hit and gets hit again and then gets hit again.
These feel like
is
cons.
fucking hilarious. It is so funny and it literally never fails to make me laugh. That's a pro with it.
Okay.
It really does. It really brightens my day. Whenever I see it, I think it's funny. It's unintentional, but I think it's funny.
Okay, well, you getting a button push just fucking straight out of the gate brightens my day, so I'll allow it.
You're welcome. Now I gotta pull up my notes.
Well, I might as well say our movie begins by a fella telling us his name is Turkish and that he was named after a plane crash, which you would think is really dark, but I think he is talking about the plane crash from 1952, where a man saved a bunch of people from a burning plane and everyone survived.
Oh, okay. No, first of all, how are you named after a plane crash that you're both in? Weren't they just dead? And also, when I think of plane crashes, I think of Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper. And Richie Valens. Richie Valens, La Bamba.
But we love the movie La Bamba, and we love Lou Diamond Phillips.
We do, but and Esau Morales
That's right.
is his brother in that.
And we love the Big Bopper.
Oh, can we tag Esau Morales?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure we do, but that is fucking depressing, and that's what I think of with plane crashes. So I feel like they're just making, I think they're using plane crashes in this.
No, they're not.
I think he is.
Turkish, who is played by action star and nothing else, Jason Statham, is sitting next to a fella who we learn is his partner Tommy.
Definitely not gay, though. He makes a point to say that they are definitely not gay.
Well, he just wants to let everyone know that, they are business partners.
And
They're
nothing else.
No, nothing else. They're boxing promoters, and they maybe have a couple other odd jobs here and there. Tommy is played by Stephen Graham, who's been in a couple of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies and a bunch of TV series. I certainly know him best and loved him as Al Capone in Boardwalk Empire.
That's how I know him. Oh, it was making me crazy.
Incredible. Everyone, though.
Oh.
Everyone. Okay, so, and this is actually a perfect example of I am a big reader. I am obsessed with Stephen King. I have literally read everything, even
Everything. Guys, that's not hyperbole. You really have.
Literally, I've read the nonfiction. I've read his books about writing. I've read everything about Stephen King. I've read everything. So,
Weird.
he has a series about, it starts with Mr. Mercedes. Okay, so there was a TV series that came out. It is now on Peacock. And I was late to getting to watch it, blah, 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 blah. Ty and I just watched it. It is fantastic.
What is it?
It's a Stephen King book. It's a 3-part.
What's it called?
It's called Mr. Mercedes.
Oh, it's Mr. Mercedes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So the main guy in it is Mad Eye Moody, the guy who played. Yes.
Oh, what the fuck is this?
He was in the.
Oh, he's brilliant.
Irish,
Yes.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
Irish everything.
He is fantastic. Fantastic. But who Ty and I, we always called him Half Face from Boardwalk Empire.
Oh.
The mask guy who he had like the half. Yeah.
Yes.
He's in it.
Oh God. Angelica Houston. Jack Houston.
Yeah, okay, yes. He's in that. He's in
the Mayfair Witches, which I did not love.
Well, Mr. Mercedes, trust me, it is very dark. It is, but if you like Stephen King, I mean, it is incredible. It is so good.
Dark for Stephen King or just dark in general?
It is dark in general, but not dark for Stephen King. Okay. And one of the characters, which is incredibly odd for Stephen King, he has kind of he's kind of fallen in love with writing her. So he has continued writing about her even after that series ended. So
Stephen King.
yes. So he wrote 3 books for Mr. Mercedes.
Okay.
It was Mr. Mercedes, Finders Keepers, and I can't remember the 3rd book. And then he has written a 4th book, like 9 years later, called Holly, which is about this character Holly. And now he's like, I have to write about her again. And she has autism. And in the series, if you
representation.
It is such a great representation of someone on the spectrum.
Oh.
The actress is phenomenal. I'm telling you, watch this show. It is so good.
It's on Peacock? Is it?
Yes, Anna, you would love it.
Oh, I'll watch it for
It
sure.
is so good.
I know we're trying not to do too many asides, but how do you feel about Dean Koontz?
Love. Oh, I've read all his books.
Okay, so nothing like your love of Stephen King doesn't, because I think that's kind of a lot of people are a little bit
really?
split on that.
Because I've literally read every Dean Koontz book. Next, we see a group of people who appear to be Orthodox Jewish men, and one of them is telling a very important story. I do believe this story was about the Virgin Mary and the evolution of the Catholic Church. But turns out if these fellas are men of the cloth, they have been led astray because they are robbing this place, and while they are taking quite a few gems, they seem highly focused on one stone in particular, a big old fat diamond.
I want to say this is an offensive portrayal of Orthodox Jews, soft J, but I honestly have no idea, and I'm the con, so I'm going to say it is so please don't come for me.
It's not, I promise.
It is.
I think this was the diamond from Titanic.
No, excuse me? I don't even like Titanic, and I know that that's the jewel of the sea, and it's blue.
No, I think this was the one that Rose showed her knockers for, so that Jack could draw the fancy picture of her to both make Billie Zane jealous, but also to look back on when she's older and think if only gravity wasn't such a motherfucker and doors were bigger.
Oh my god, girl, same.
Turns out these guys are just robbers, although I have no idea what their religious affiliation is.
Oh, I didn't know they were robbers because it's going super fucking fast and I can't concentrate on anything this quickly.
It is very fast, but that is kind of like all Guy Ritchie movies. One of the robbers says, when you get to London, look up a fella named Boris and he will tell you how to fence this big-ass Hope Diamond. Hope Diamond, that's what it was.
But that's not what is in Titanic, right? This is the jewel of the sea?
No, it was the Hope Diamond.
It's a different diamond, though. Isn't that one blue?
I don't know. I should mention, in case you don't know, the main robber is played by the amazing,
noted Jewish actor.
Look at me, Anna. Benicio del Toro.
Mm-hmm. Flip it for real.
Flip it for real.
Hello, is this thing on? That's the Usual Suspects. Are we going to do Usual Suspects?
Yes, we
God.
are. Back to Turkish and Tommy. Turkish wants to get a new office, which is also a caravan mobile home, and he feels like Tommy has the hookup since he comes from the salt of the earth, so to speak. There is a fella cooking sausages that look delicious, and that is a pro. It is a pro because grilled sausages are the best way to eat sausages.
Okay, I have a couple things here.
Go.
First of all,
Go.
I'm going to say it, and it's definitely going to stand by it, regardless if I'm the con. I think Jason Statham is a shitty actor. I don't care what movie he's in. I don't think he's good. I think he is entirely one-dimensional. Even like Sylvester Stallone and Arnold, because I know they're in are they in the Expendables together? Is he in the Expendables? I don't know. I didn't watch it, but I think Jason Statham is boring, and that's got to be the worst crime you can commit as an action star. Also, Boris can get you anything you need. Anything.
Anna, I would argue that the character of Turkish, because I couldn't use his name in the plural, at this point with all of the tequila we've consumed.
Dude.
But I am proud that I have enough awareness to know that his character is one-dimensional. He is not a complicated person.
But Jason Statham's like that in every single movie. Like Jason Statham just plays Jason Statham.
I'm sorry. Are we talking about the catalog of Jason Statham's movies, or are we talking about Snatch?
So I'm supposed to like just excuse that Jason Statham's a shit actor just because they like supposedly like did they mold the character around like hey, we've got a shit actor, we better play to his.
But we were just talking about this movie. He is a one-dimensional character. We know nothing about him. We don't know anything that he cares about.
I damn near got another button push. Just no, I would have been. I'm telling you right now, if I get a button push over Jason Statham, I am walking out of this room. I am burning this place to the ground. It is my own house.
I think that it doesn't matter if Jason Statham's character is if he plays it one-dimensional, because his character is one-dimensional. Tommy, you can see, has some layers.
Like an onion?
Well, no.
Like a parfait?
More as a shallot. But, Jason Statham, who cares? No one actually pays really much attention to him.
He's the lead.
He's not really. That's what I think is actually fascinating. You think he's the lead?
I do.
But he's not. He's not. This is an ensemble.
It's like MTV's Diary.
You think you know, but you don't know.
No,
this is the story of not Jason Statham. Turkish is a little distracted. Oh, also, I will not give you a button push on Jason Statham.
Oh my God, dude.
I will not do that.
Ugh.
Yeah. Turkish is a little distracted about his prize fighter, Gorgeous George, which did not come by his name naturally, and now he can get him a profitable fight. Turkish does notice that Tommy has a gun in his pants. That is not a euphemism. And he says he has it for protection and that he got it from Boris the Blade. And I am wondering if that is the same Boris that may be able to take that diamond off those dastardly robbers' hands. Ooh.
How common are guns in the UK?
Oh.
I'm going to go ahead and say England specifically because...
This is pretty topical, but not as common as here.
And I just...
Oh, we know he got it from Boris. Next, and I am pretty excited about this, we meet a mega baddie named Bricktop. What lines of business he is in, they are questionable. We do know he is also a fight promoter, kind of like Turkish, but maybe a little more ruthless than Turkish, as evidenced by the fact that we learn his main method of human problem removal is a stun gun.
Plastic bag, a roll of tape, and a pack of hungry pigs.
Question.
Sure.
Do you think that that's like a good way to dispose of a body? Pigs?
I think it's effective.
Really? So you thought that whenever we were doing when we were talking about Hannibal?
I actually refuse to think about that because that was forced on me by you.
That is my best point, and it's not even in my notes. I don't like when people use animals as their weapons.
Well, Bricktop is played by Alan Ford, who was also in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah.
The role was originally offered to, guess, I love this.
Oh, did I get 3 guesses?
It was not Gina Davis.
Okay, well, okay, I'll go with English.
Or
actors.
Madonna.
Ew, no, of course not. Although, I love Truth or Dare. Holiday. Okay, so I'm going to go with, give me at least a country.
Not America.
Not America. Okay. All right. Okay, let's do this. Idris Elba.
Well, I was going to give you a hint.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
He has been in a movie that we have covered, and he is not a person we like.
Oh, so it takes out Idris Elba. Damn it. Okay, we don't.
This is a good hint.
Oh, my heart. I can't think of any actors, dude. I am wasted.
Okay. This role was originally offered to Sean Connery.
What?
Connery,
Oh.
yeah, Connery liked the script and was curious to see Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. So producer Matthew Vaughn arranged a screening for him at short notice. Connery turned up and watched the film. And then after he watched it, he said, "That is a good film." And then he said, kind of in a stage whisper, "You're not going to be able to afford me."
What a prick.
And then Alan Ford was cast, who is Bricktop. And he is brilliant. I actually cannot imagine anyone else in this role. Just his mannerisms, the way he's like, just put the kettle on, make us some tea. I mean, he is so good. He's brilliant.
God damn it. I'm telling you right now, if I get a button push on this movie, I guarantee it's going to be for him, not Brad Pitt.
Bitch, you got a button
Brad
push
Pitt.
already.
Yeah, I did. Also, I mean, I could see Sean Connery being Boris before I could see him being
I
Bricktop.
know. Yeah.
Like that would have made more sense to me.
You
They
were
should have
kinda-
offered that.
You were kind of busting my balls earlier about some animal abuse stuff.
Yeah, there was some animal abuse in this. I'm positive. He fights pigs. I don't like that.
Well, in real life, Alan Ford is a vegetarian and an animal rights activist.
Then why is he okay with this?
He was not, but all of it was like, it was all like off screen. Like obviously none of that was real.
Yeah. Oh God, it reminds me of like a Napoleon Dynamite, where Uncle Rico is
Eating the steak.
Yeah, he's eating steak, and then immediately was spit it out after the take because he's vegetarian.
Right. Frankie Four Fingers is the name of the diamond robber, and he calls his Uncle Avi in America and says, "I got this big ass diamond that is 86 carats," which actually I think it was 84 carats, and I put it wrong in my notes. And Avi is like, "Good job, booby. But also keep your ass out of the casino until I can get there." Avi is played by Dennis Farina. And I need to talk about him for a quick second. I do.
I need to swallow my face.
Okay, swallow your face. He began his career where? Anybody? Well, he was a cop. Yeah, he was. He wasn't.
No, that makes 100% perfect sense.
He wasn't an actor. But Michael Mann, who has done a million things, hired him as a consultant. And then he ended up getting hired on a bunch of things, Miami Vice.
It's like Arlie Ermy.
Right, exactly. And then he became a mob boss on Midnight Run.
Oh, I thought you meant really.
Oh, not in real life. No. He was a rival criminal to Chili Palmer in Get Shorty. He played FBI agent Jack Crawford in Manhunter, which was Michael Mann's. So Manhunter was the prequel to Silence of the Lambs, which was where we first met Hannibal Lecter. He was in Saving Private Ryan. He was in another Steakhouse, which...
Wait, what? I'm sorry. Dude, just as an aside, though, I would 100% watch an entire series about another steakhouse. Oh, steak. Anyway, go ahead. Ooh, a baked potato. I'm sorry. Oh, rolls. Oh, Texas Roadhouse, dude. I'm so sorry.
You know what? He was in a lot of stuff, basically.
I didn't know he was in Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, he was in a million, and then he was in a million cop shows.
Yeah, cop shows I totally get.
Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan, good for him.
And he is
Great Dennis
amazing
Farina.
in this. He to me, there's several people in this that I love for non-aesthetic reasons. Brad Pitt the most. He is a close second for me. I love him in this. Love.
Ooh, he's a close second after Bricktop or after Brad Pitt?
After Brad Pitt, for non-aesthetic reasons.
So you like Brad Pitt in this more than the guy that plays Bricktop?
No. Brad Pitt is my favorite character in this movie, truly for non-aesthetic reasons.
Okay.
And then I actually like Dennis Farina's character, Avi, second.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Bricktop. Those are my top three.
Well, I find it offensive that Benicio del Toro is playing a Jew, Soft J.
Okay. We now meet Doug the Head, and everyone knows that if you have diamonds to unload, Doug the Head is also the guy to help you out. So one thing that I learned from this movie is go to London if you need to get rid of stolen diamonds, because there are a shit ton of people there who don't have uncomfortable feelings about hot merchandise.
Oh my God, Doug the Head pretending he's Jewish. Join the fucking wagon.
Doug the Head owns a beautiful jewelry store that may or may not be a front, and he tells his lovely twin daughters that cousin Avi will be coming to town, and they need to get ready because he is a very important person. Boris the Blade is telling Frankie Four Fingers that he has a gun that Frankie Four Fingers can use, but he needs a bet placed on his behalf, and this creates quite the conundrum since Frankie was specifically told by Uncle Avi to do absolutely no fucking gambling.
I can't keep up with all these zany, wacky characters. I think that you shouldn't be able to shorten anybody's name. It's got to be Frankie Four Fingers and Boris the Blade and Johnny the Hat and
No, there's no
Billy the Butcher.
But I'm helping you. I'm walking you through it all right now. That's what I'm here for.
I can't remember any of this. These names are ridiculous. I'm never going to remember any of this. I already did it in my notes, and I was watching the movie.
But you don't have to. That's what we're here for. That's what we're giving the people. We're giving them a guide. This is what we're doing.
It's so fast. This movie's so fast. I absolutely cannot keep up.
I know, but I'm too fast and too furious. That's what I'm here for.
Well, I'm just saying, Frankie Four Fingers has all those suits to decide from that he's trying on earlier, and he chooses the pinstripe. The pinstripe.
It's a tried and true. It's
tried and true for Godfather's Pizza. Ew. No way. Godfather's Pizza is fucking gross.
Yeah, I think it is actually.
Yeah. Has it been like a hot second since you've had diarrhea? Because I'm sure I can find a Godfather's Pizza around here somewhere.
You know what? No, it hasn't. It's been 3 hours.
Yeah, that's just about it.
Yeah.
Well, we had Chipotle.
Fucking worth it. Now we see Turkish's partner Tommy and fighter Gorgeous George, and they are driving to what they call a pikey camp. And I looked that up. That is not a derogatory term. I can say it all through my notes.
I don't think we're allowed to say pikey. And the reason why I know that is they sound fucking racist talking about them. So it must be a racist term.
It isn't, because I looked it up to make sure, because I don't want to get canceled because we need this.
Well, I want you to tell me anything that they said without closed captioning. I'm not saying pikey.
Jane Elizabeth Serene.
Yes.
We don't watch Great British Baking Show without closed captioning.
We watch movies without closed captioning.
No, we don't.
We did for Trick or Treat.
They didn't have it. That was a con.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The narrator, who sounds a lot like Turkish, says the problem with pikeys is that no one can really understand anything they say.
Yeah.
This is where we meet Mickey, played to perfection by Brad Pitt. What I think is important here is that I'm getting ready to tell you what I think is my favorite trivia of it. I don't want to oversell it. It's in my top 5 favorite trivia of any episode that I've been the pro on.
Ooh, oversell it.
I don't want to oversell it.
Don't oversell it. This is an appropriate amount of selling.
Okay.
Good price.
This is where we meet Mickey.
Yes.
Played to perfection by Brad Pitt. And we need to spend some time talking about how it came to be that Mr. Pitt if you're nasty, is in this movie, in this role.
It is a little odd. It's a little out of place.
Well, Pitt, who was a big fan of Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, approached director Guy Ritchie and asked for a role, any role, in this film. And essentially was like, I will play whatever role you give me.
He's like George Clooney in South Park. Like, I'll play the barking dog.
Yeah, he's like, I want to be in it. When Ritchie told Pitt that he would be playing a boxer, Pitt became concerned because he had just finished shooting Fight Club and he didn't want to play the same type of role again, but he was like, oh, fuck it. He's like, I just want to be in a Guy Ritchie movie. Like I want to do it.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, this is trivia. Oh, I'm okay with
this
trivia.
This is just trivia.
Whew.
Yeah, this is all trivia. And there's a good bit of trivia here. So how did Ritchie decide that Mickey was the perfect role for B. Pitt? Well, he could have simplified things and just watched Troy like the rest of us.
Ugh.
But after a few line reads, Ritchie found out Pitt couldn't master a London accent.
No shit.
So...
Oh, no way.
The role that Pitt was supposed to do wasn't going to work because it was a role for someone who had a London.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So Ritchie found out that Pitt couldn't master a London accent no matter how hard he tried.
Yeah, we've seen Troy. We know that he can't do accents.
We saw Troy. We knew this. He had like 12 accents in Troy.
As you said, all of them.
Right, yeah, he had all of them. Yeah. So Ritchie was like, what the fuck do I do? I got Brad Pitt. He wants to be in this movie. What am I going to do? So what did he do? He rewrote the script and created the character of Mickey for Brad Pitt.
No fucking way.
Yes. So, which is brilliant. Pitt's character and basically indecipherable speech was inspired by many critics' complaints about the accents of the characters in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. So Ritchie decided to counter the criticisms by creating a character that not only couldn't be understood by the audience, but that also couldn't be understood by the characters in the movie, but also he felt Brad Pitt basically could just do. So he was like, all right, he brought Brad Pitt in and he was like, what can you do with this? And so Pitt like got the script and he was like, what do you think of this?
You tell me. Come about the Catherine.
Mr. Arnoux.
Fuck, man. Can't be Mickey. Fuck me. Just look at the size of him. How big are you? Hey, kids. How big is he? Bet your back's a little. Concentrate. You look like a boxer.
And Ritchie was like fucking floored because he just nailed it. And as you know, he's brilliant. And it's not like he doesn't mumble through it. It's brilliant. It is really, really good.
So basically what you're saying is that Guy Ritchie created a role and cast Brad Pitt as like a middle finger.
Right.
He's like, fuck you all.
Yeah.
Fuck everyone.
Right. Yes. And he's great. And it, to me, and Ty and I have talked about this a lot. We go back and forth. This is one of Brad Pitt's best roles. He is great. He is fantastic as this character.
I already said what I said. I'm not saying it again.
I know.
I'll talk more. Oh God, hopefully I talk more after and not during the synopsis. Because seriously, I swear to God, I've already gotten like 3 other button pushes on accident.
Isn't that fantastic trivia though?
Yes.
I love that.
I can do trivia. Oh my God. Yeah, that's definitely one of the best.
Okay, so Mickey asked Tommy if he likes Dags.
Dags?
It takes a second or two to figure out that he's asking if they like dogs.
Oh yeah, dogs.
Yeah. Tommy says, sure, I like dogs, but what I like more is Caravan. And they make a deal for one, but as they are driving off, the Caravan loses its wheels. Tommy tries to get his money back, and it's like kerfuffle ensues where Mickey pretends to be insulted that Tommy suggested that he was getting cheated.
How did the caravan lose its wheels? The caravan?
An accident?
An accident. Just completely random, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Not done by not Pikeys, because that's insulting?
No, not by that.
Okay.
Well, Mickey says, okay, I will fight Gorgeous George, and if he wins, I will give your money back. Everyone knows George is a kick-ass fighter, so this seems like a bad deal for Mickey. The fight starts. George gets a punch in and throws Mickey around and says you should stay down. Then, this part is really gross. Mickey takes his shirt off.
Oh, God. Ugh. I really need a second in the bathroom by myself. 2 minutes, no one knock. Are we supposed to be just okay that, like, Brad Pitt Mickey basically just kills someone? Katrina?
Oh, yeah.
You're leading this. So
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gross.
Yeah, icky.
Ooh.
I don't like it. I think that is
Stop.
excessive.
Put a shirt on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. He does knock the shit out of George. Where are we?
Oh, yeah. I'm dying.
Well, it appears he ain't getting up. Tommy is like, oh, fuck. If George doesn't get the hell up so he can fight the bricktop fight, I'm as good as dead. Meanwhile, might I say, and as I'm getting ready to talk about a pawn shop, that reminds me, the soundtrack is fucking fire.
I'm not going to say whether or not I like the soundtrack. I'm going to say that I owned the soundtrack.
You said all through taking our notes for this that you loved the soundtrack.
That was then. This is now. You're you. I'm me. I'm drunk. So are you. Fuck you. I'm fine. I actually might still own this soundtrack on CD.
It's fire. Meanwhile, at the pawn shop, we meet Sol and Vinny.
Oh, God. 2 more fucking guys. I cannot keep up.
I'm helping you. Vinny has the cutest little damn dog. However, according to the DVD commentary,
it's not cute.
Bao, the dog, was very difficult to work with.
Oh, shit.
During the car scene with Vincent, Sol, and Tyrone, the dog was actually attacking Lenny James, who plays Sol, and James was actually bitten in the dickle area.
That is a con. That is a huge fucking con.
I know. I gave you a con. I know.
Thank you for that. It's a con. Oh my God. There's a billion dog actors.
He didn't suffer any serious injuries. The dog was replaced after that incident. The other big thing James was in that most people would know was the Walking Dead show and its spin-off series. I never watched that, but I guess this Lenny James was in it.
Who is he in that?
Apparently someone that survived the first series.
Yeah.
Or he became a zombie and was in the second one. Are they zombies? I don't know.
Oh my God.
Okay. I'm a vampire person. What the fuck can I say?
The Walking Dead. Oh, actually, that could be vampires too.
Oh, okay. That's just, you know what? They're not my jam.
I'm trying to get my understanding. I didn't watch a lot of the show. I read the graphic novels.
Okay. Information to keep in mind for the rest of the movie. Every mistake that Sol, Vincent, and Tyrone make were inspired by various late-night TV shows about real-life crimes gone horribly wrong. So that's sort of how Guy Ritchie got his inspiration for all of their...
He doesn't have original thoughts. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
You
I take it back.
The spawn of Satan. Except we are born from the same spawn. Mm-hmm. Vinny is played by Robbie Guy, and that is great. That's all I have to say about that. I think he's done great things, but I didn't write anything else about that. Boris the Blade walks in with some stuff for them to unload. Boris.
So we met Tyrone, right?
Yeah, we like Tyrone.
Oh, I can't handle meeting anyone else. And also, Vincent has like the worst trigger discipline I've ever seen.
We do, yeah. Okay, Tyrone doesn't have the fastest getaway gait. I will give him that. Okay, but I think he's going to give it the old college try.
Tyrone? You mean British Biggie Smalls?
Yeah. Oh, R.I.P. Biggie.
You mean the notorious lazy boy?
Yeah.
I stand by it. Fucking come for me, Biggie. Please don't. Please don't come for me. Anybody.
Well, he can't. He's dead.
Says you.
And,
Prove it.
His buddy's in prison, so,
Prove it.
Frankie Fourfingers and Doug the Head are looking at some diamonds when Frankie happens to mention that he has a bet to make, so they need to hurry along, and Doug the Head knows that Uncle Avi is not going to be happy about this. Turkish learns that Gorgeous George is in the hospital. He doesn't have a caravan, and that Bricktop is likely going to feed them to the pigs if they can't figure out who to replace George in the fight with. All of a sudden, Turkish has the bright idea to have Mickey the Pikey do the fight instead, so off they go to convince him, which shouldn't be that difficult, right? They offer Mickey $10K, and Mickey says, "No, I want a caravan. But it's not for me, it's for me ma." Who? Me ma.
Fuck. Question.
What?
I don't really have a question. I just, I have to say,
For ma.
the dog's going to choke on the squeaky toy.
It's a dag.
It's too small for him. It's animal abuse. Why does everyone have an insane name? There's one guy known as Bomber Harris, and I've just found out it's a horrible name from your husband, Ty. Thank you, Ty. That's a con. And that Bricktop is an animal abuser. That's a con. You know what I learned from this movie? British people are inept and or awful. That's a con. And why do they have to make the black guys so stupid? That is a huge fucking con.
Okay.
Also, I keep forgetting to take notes. That's a con.
Well, you forgot to take notes because this movie is so good. The names are interesting. They're not weird. They're just creative. And there are a lot of black people in England. And they are very adept. Tyrone breaks them out later. We find that out. And also, Saul and Vinny, they get out a lot of scrapes later on. So they are very adept at doing things. And also, Meghan Markle has basically taken down the whole monarchy. So there you go.
Yeah, no more racists over there, that's for sure.
No, they're still racist, but they look like real dickheads.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
So good job, Megan. Way to show them for who they are.
Everybody seems like stupid and or violent in this.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm gonna say Turkish, I think, is the lead in this, and I think Jason Statham shouldn't be the lead in any movie. He's awful. He's not good. And I don't think they're nice to Tyrone. Which is crazy for no reason.
Well, Tyrone is an idiot, and I don't think there is a lead in this. This is really an ensemble movie. I don't think that Turkish has no more time on screen than anyone else.
Well, I almost said something that was a button push, so fuck you. Jesus. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drink more.
Okay.
Fucking lean in.
Okay.
Hole.
Touche. Turkish, who is barely on the screen ever, has to go tell Bricktop about the change in fighters. Bricktop does not take this news well, but says, make sure you guys go down in the 4th round. Or else, oink, oink.
Again, animal abuser, oink, oink. And I don't understand him being understanding at all. Like, Bricktop seems like a zero tolerance type of guy. So why is he continuing to give Turkish, of all fucking people, chance after chance. It's not like Jason Statham is in this role. Turkish is like super convincing or charismatic or anything that would like say like keep it,
I think that Bricktop is actually soft top a little bit.
Do you?
Yeah, I think he actually likes Turkish a little bit.
Do you?
I think he reminds
he's
him.
a sociopath.
I think he reminds him. How many shots have we had? 2?
No, more. We had 2, and then I did another. I poured another one.
Oh, I think Turkish kind of reminds Bricktop of himself when he's younger, so I think he has a soft spot for him.
That actor he's no longer with us, right?
Who?
The guy that plays Bricktop.
Alan Ford? He's alive.
What?
Dennis Farina's dead.
Dennis Farina's dead? That's a fucking con.
He died. He died when he was 69.
What? No way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he died when he was...
Was it cholesterol? He seems like somebody that would have had a cholesterol problem.
Probably. Yeah. Uncle Avi is talking to Doug the Head, and Doug mentions that Frankie is going to fight and that Frankie is going to a fight and that he did have a case with him and that the reason he is named Frankie Four Fingers is that he makes stupid bets and then he gets appendages chopped off. Uncle Avi hops a flight and chews Doug the Head's ass. And he's like, listen up, sugar tits. Frankie cannot be anywhere near gambling. Avi is at an 11. He is pissed.
Why is he called Doug the Head? Don't you have to earn that name? Doug? I don't think so. I can spot a gobnobbler from a mile away.
He doesn't actually seem like a gobnobbler.
No, absolutely not.
Maybe it's a beer thing.
Oh, head of like beer?
Yeah, maybe it's a beer thing. Yeah. Bricktop is promising all his mates that the opposing fighter will definitely drop in the 4th. Vinny and Sol go into the bookie place to steal the briefcase from Frankie, but Frankie got into a little car accident and hasn't made it quite in yet. So this is a bit of a fuck up. Sol kind of shoots up the bookie place just a little bit, and during this scene, the actor who plays Sol, who's Lenny James, actually hit himself in the private parts with a shotgun.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say this movie has been awful to him. Isn't he the same one that got bit in the dick?
Yes.
God damn, why are they going after his dick so much?
But he continued filming like a fucking pro.
Maybe he should be Doug the Head.
But also, they used that footage in the film.
Oh, that's a con.
He's a badass. He's like the honey badger.
He's going to have a no working dick. You should be very sad about that. That's a con.
I think his dick is fine.
Everyone should be sad about that. That's not okay.
I think his dick is fine. But then Tyrone rescues them and happens to notice Frankie stumbling out of the back of a van, kidnaps him and also the case with the Hope Diamond from the Titanic.
Nope.
Mickey and Bricktop's fighter, that is, start up, and instead of Mickey dropping in the 4th, Mickey drops him almost immediately. This does not bode well for Turkish because Bricktop is going to be pissed.
And he's going to pull a Hannibal and
Wink, wink.
feed him to the pigs.
Back at the pawn shop. Well, Sol and Vinny tell Boris the Blade the situation with Frankie Four Fingers, and after a minor disagreement, Boris does shoot Frankie in the head.
Rude.
He then chops off Frankie's hand so he can take the case with the diamond. He leaves the body with Vinny and Sol. Bricktop pays a little visit to Turkish and says, "You fucked up big time, you idiot. I will let you live for now, but I need Mickey to fight again, but this time no fucking around. He will go down in the 4th round or else."
He seems to give a lot of chances for somebody that doesn't look like they would give any chances.
Again, I think he really likes Turkish. So maybe he sees something that we don't see.
I don't see what he could possibly see in Turkish besides a snooze fest.
Bricktop also says, those two idiots that broke into the bookie, you find them and kill them. It certainly doesn't take Bricktop's thugs long to find Tyrone. While they are stuffing him into the trunk and doing other terrible things, Turkish and Tommy are trying to talk Mickey into doing the fight, and Mickey again says he wants a caravan for his ma, specifically a periwinkle blue one, because she is partial to that. Bricktop uses his interrogation methods, which are somewhat questionable. I will admit that.
Interrogation methods.
Okay.
It's very specific about how to dispose of a body. I have no notes.
Oh, Anna, we've talked about this. Don't talk about this.
I said no notes.
Okay.
But they did fit British Biggie Smalls into the trunk.
Right.
Into a trunk.
Right.
Into a British car trunk.
Right. And then they take him to the pigs and they question him. And
how did he fit him into the excuse me, sorry, into the boot?
It's they you know what? It's they're bigger than they look. Yeah, they fit him in there, and then they question him, and then they say, you know what? We really want to do this the easy way, and we want to let you live, and we want you to have a long, happy life.
No, opposite.
And we don't want you to get any scratches or anything. And so we just tell us what those fellas are, and we don't want to hurt them either. And then so he just like, yeah, sure, yeah.
Somebody's sticking them all in body bags?
No, they're not in body bags. No, that was someone else. Bricktop does show up while Vinny and Saul are trying to dispose of Frankie's body. They're having a difficult time with. Bricktop, being the generous guy he is, does take a moment out of his time, and he does seem like a guy who has a busy schedule, by the way, to give them some advice about the best way to dispose of a body, which seems nice, seeing as how Vinny and Saul tried to rob his bookie.
You're always going to have problems lifting a body in one piece. Apparently the best thing to do is cut up a corpse into 6 pieces and pile it all together. And when you've got your 6 pieces, you've got to get rid of them, because it's no good leaving it in the deep freeze for your mum to discover now, is it? Then I hear the best thing to do is feed them to pigs. You've got to starve the pigs for a few days, then the sight of a chopped up body will look like curry to a piss head. You've got to shave the heads of your victims and pull the teeth out for the sake of the piggish digestion. You could do this afterwards, of course, but you don't want to go sieving through pig shit now, do you? They will go through bone like butter. You need at least 16 pigs to finish the job in one sitting, so be wary of any man who keeps a pig farm. They will go through a body that weighs 200 pounds in about 8 minutes. That means that a single pig can consume 2 pounds of uncooked flesh every minute. Hence the expression, as greedy as a pig.
He's trying to kill them.
No, he didn't have to tell them how to chop up that body the best way. He didn't have to do that. That was a nice thing to do.
It's not nice. It's psychotic.
It wasn't psychotic.
He's planning on doing that to them.
No, he told them, listen, I need you to let me believe that Bricktop is actually not terrible, because I kind of like him.
I disagree about his disposal method.
And I noticed Tyrone isn't dead yet. So I don't think he's actually killed anyone that didn't deserve it yet. So I kind of like Bricktop.
Can police not confiscate pig droppings to test for DNA?
Well, police can confiscate anything if they can get a warrant.
Yeah, even if they can't get a warrant.
Oh, boobies.
Heaven forbid we have a movie without titties.
Alert. We meet Bullet Tooth Tony, who we learn has been shot many, many, many times and Uncle Avi is hiring him to find Frankie Four Fingers. When we meet Tony, we start hearing Lucky Star by Madonna. Do you want to hear some trivia about this?
Definitely.
Okay, I got it for you. Don't worry, Toots. Ritchie says, the main reason I did that was because I'm a fan of Lucky Star. I think it's a funny track. Originally, I wanted Rivers of Babylon, but they wanted an absurd amount of money for it. So I thought, I've got contacts here. I'll use Lucky Star. I ended up paying twice for Lucky Star what I would have for Rivers of Babylon, but he joked, yeah, you know, she needed the money.
Oh, also, Madonna, of course he ended up paying more.
They paid $1 million
Stop
for
it.
the rights
Stop it.
of Lucky Star in the movie.
Lucky Star is not... do you want me to point out how absolutely ridiculous and terrible the lyrics of Lucky Star are? Because I actually felt this for... Shine your heavenly body tonight. That's so dumb.
Okay, but that's not the lyrics, right? 'Cause you shine on me wherever you are.
Go on.
Okay, no. I mean, that's kind of... When Vinnie Jones is introduced in the movie and he plays Bullet to Tony. Oh, you're okay.
I'm sorry. It's your fault. You brought up Lucky Star.
I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry.
Oh God, it's a bop. But goddamn,
I
the
know.
lyrics are
I know.
fucking
It
terrible.
really gets in your head, though. When Vinnie Jones is introduced and he plays Bullet to Tony, he is slamming a man's head in a car door. You're gonna love this because you
have slammed heads in doors.
Yeah, it was the head of, you guessed it when we were taking our notes,
Steve Seagal.
Stunt coordinator and action director Tom Delmore, who volunteered for the job.
Knew it.
I know. You were like, what is that, the stunt coordinator?
Knew it.
I know. When you said it, I was like, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh.
God, I could see it. I could spot a stunt coordinator from a mile away.
I was proud of you. Thank you. Before Bricktop can kill Sol and Vinny, he tells them, please give us 48 hours and we will get this big-ass diamond for you. But then someone tells Bullet to Tony that Boris the Blade is responsible for all of the shenanigans. And then Turkish tells Bricktop, hey, I can't actually make Mickey fight, can I? And Bricktop says, Turkish, I don't think you are much use to me alive, which is kind of harsh but very straightforward, which I appreciate.
I thought he liked him.
I know, but I think he's kind of done with it.
Is there nobody, not a single character in this who is loyal to anyone in this?
Tommy is loyal to Turkish.
I don't think he has any choice.
No, he is. And Vinny and Saul are loyal to each other.
And they haven't had a chance to betray each other yet.
I think Tyrone is loyal to Vinny and Saul.
Oh, no, he is not. He sells them out immediately.
Because he was going to get eaten by the pigs.
I'm just saying, nobody is loyal to anybody. Also, if I were Tyrone, I would get as far away from those other two guys as possible. They are no good at all for him.
That is good advice. Bricktop does fuck up Turkish's side business, but even worse than that, and I don't like this part, I have to confess. He tries to encourage Mickey to fight by burning up their old caravan with Mickey's mom in it.
Horrible.
It is horrible. Well, Mickey does not take this well, but he does agree to go ahead with the fight to end the carnage. For some reason, this scene reminded me of the piece of trivia I read that I don't actually love all that much.
No.
That said, as he was playing a particularly scummy character, Brad Pitt made a point of rarely washing during the film's production.
Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, sure. Blame it on the movie. Blame it on the role. Bullshit.
Brad.
Wasn't he like super stinky all the time in the 90s?
No,
And
that's
it's like
Matthew
there's-
McConaughey.
No, it was also Brad Pitt. I remember somebody saying that they sat next to him at an award show and he stunk like to high heaven.
Oh, that's important for me to hear.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah, he was super, super stinky.
Yeah. That helps. Yeah.
Also, didn't like Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher say that they like hardly ever, they and their kids like hardly ever take showers?
Yes, it's so. Let's just
saying.
fucking bathe, people. Come on.
Hollywood's weird.
Come on. Boris the Blade shows up at Doug the Head's jewelry shop where Bullet Tooth Tony and Uncle Avi are at, and they decide to take Boris on a little drive to get the Hope Diamond. But then Vinny, Sol, and Tyrone also go looking for Boris and the diamond. They start following them, and then Tommy and Turkish are driving, and Tommy is giving Turkish a little lecture about the dangers of dairy products. Tommy throws a milk carton out the window trying to help Turkish's little bowel problem,
Littering and
which ends up landing on Bullet Tooth Tony's window.
convenient.
He crashes. Boris escapes from the trunk of Tony's car and is wandering in the road, but then Vinny, Sol, and Tyrone accidentally hit Boris. This is crazy. Bullet Tooth and Uncle Avi go into a pub to call for a ride, but then Sol, Vinny, and Tyrone go into said pub to get the diamond. But Bullet Tooth Tony happens to notice Sol and Vinny's guns are not actually real guns, and his gun is very much real. So they take off, and then they run into Uncle Avi, who has the diamond case, and they say, "Give me the case."
Give me the cash.
And Uncle Avi is like, fuck off. But then Boris shows up and tries to get in the shit, and Bullet Tooth Tony has had enough of this and just shoots the shit out of Boris. Vinny and Sol manage to get the case and all the melee, and they agree to take the diamond to Bricktop so they can avoid getting dead. That makes sense. Oh, but before they can leave, Bullet Tooth and Uncle Avi catch up with them. I know, that's a lot.
You could literally add in like 4 other character names and nobody would know.
I know, but I feel like I really summarized that pretty well. That was a lot.
I can't say.
No, it was really good, I promise.
I can't say. No, I can say because it's not about the movie. It's about you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, like, even with your summary being good,
Thank you.
it is so incredibly hard to follow.
That's the tequila.
Very, very fast. There is a whole lot of characters. Too many. They all have wacky names. There are too many gun deaths in this. We like more. There's a lot of gun deaths in this. A lot of gun violence in this.
But you know what?
Huh.
I don't know if you notice this or not, but the majority of the deaths are all off screen. You very rarely see anyone killed on camera. So there you go.
It's a lot of guns, though, right?
Nah. Meanwhile, Tommy, Turkish, and Gorgeous George, wearing a lot of uncomfortable looking hardware on his head, are lamenting about the upcoming fight and that Mickey is currently at his mom's wake, likely getting pikey hammered, and they shouldn't worry if Mickey is going to knock the other fighter out, but if he will make it to the fight at all. Back at the pawn shop.
No.
What?
The literal last thing I would want to do if I was blind pissing drunk is to be carried upside down. This is a nightmare for me.
Yeah. That does actually sound like a nightmare. You're right. I'll concede. Uncle Avi and Bullet Tooth Tony threaten to kill Vinny and Sol if they don't hand over the diamond. And when they do, the sweet dog jumps up and grabs it and runs off. But you know what? Uncle Avi did say that he does hate dogs and he did shoot with wild abandon.
Stop.
What?
I was almost prepared to like Avi. Almost.
What?
Until he said he hates dogs. And I absolutely don't trust anyone who says they don't like dogs, let alone tell someone to open one up. I don't trust that one bit, and neither should anyone else. Neither should anyone else trust someone that says that they don't like dogs. On a related note, because we're recording this early November, don't forget to vote, folks. Fucking come for me. if there is a presidential candidate that says they don't like dogs, or at least shows that they don't like dogs, don't fucking trust them.
Yeah, don't trust him.
That
don't
might
trust-
be a little bit the tequila talking. I don't give a shit.
Don't trust him. Him.
Him. Just saying.
Agreed. 1,000,000%. I take away your earlier butt push. No, it stays in.
Thank you.
Fucking come for us. I don't give a shit.
You cum-sucking asshole.
Fuck off. When Vinny and Soul are sitting outside Bricktop's bookies and are about to give him the diamond, the man that approaches the car is not really Bullet Tooth Tony. It was a lookalike. Vinny Jones, who plays Bullet Tooth Tony, didn't show up for shooting that day because he was in jail for fighting the night before.
Whoops. Oh, dude, don't do that.
I know.
You got a responsibility. You're an actor now.
I know. Turkish and Tommy somehow get Mickey to the fight. Oh, gross. Jesus Christ, he takes his shirt off again. Why does he do that?
I don't know. Who the fuck in a crowd of like, I almost said bystanders, who are the goers, the watchers, viewers, crowd, would try to pick a fight with an incoherent fighter known for knocking people out with one punch? Idiots. This movie is very, very violent. And I, for one, am uncomfortable with violence.
No, you're not.
I'm not. But this movie is very frantic, and I'm drinking, and I can't keep the fuck up. Which one's Mickey?
The guy with no shirt.
Ew. Mary, you're going to love this movie.
You're not going to have any problems with this one. The ref gives the instructions, which includes no eye gouging.
Is that a problem?
I
Did
guess.
she say that?
Mickey gets some punches in, but this is a pretty competitive fight, and I think he's going to stick with the script this time. Turkish and Tommy get a little pissed because the fight can't actually look rigged, but they remind him that he can't knock the guy out, and he can't go down before the 4th round, which we make it to. Mickey goes down. Oh my God, it looks like everything's going to be fine.
Oh, I thought you... Okay, never mind. You really need to use another word besides, or like term besides going down.
I don't think so. But then he gets right back up and he knocks the guy out. Turkish and Tommy escape with Mickey and are fully expecting to get got. But Mickey doesn't actually look all that worried. I wonder why. Well,
Drunk?
It turns out Mickey didn't take the death of his mother as well as they thought. And all this time, Mickey had been betting on himself in all these fights and had made a shit ton of money and had split town. Mickey's cohorts shoot Bricktop in the face. Turkish goes to the old Pikey camp and they find the dog that has the diamond in its stomach. They do adopt it.
Turkish would not make a good dog owner.
No, but Tommy adopts the dog. It's not Turkish. Tommy adopts the dog. He seems like he'd be a good dog owner. After they take the sweet squeaky dog to the vet and learn it has an 84-carat diamond in it, they reach out to Doug the Head, who calls old Uncle Avi, and here we go again. The end.
It's done. Yes. It's over now.
Yay! Why don't they call a dog Squeakins? Real missed opportunity.
I know.
I love this movie.
It's so good.
I am shocked, and I mean it. I really had to. I had to do some hopscotching there because I really was. I almost said stuff about Dennis Farina, and
So
of
good.
course, and Brad Pitt, and I really don't like Jason Statham. I'm sorry, I bet people do, but I don't. I think he's completely milquetoast.
I think he's like, sort of like superfluous, really. I mean, well, not superfluous, but like, I think I really do think it's like an ensemble movie.
It is, yeah.
So I think he could have been replaced by anyone. So
I actually think there were too many characters. I mean it, and I like a lot of them, but I think that there were too many. I don't think that there need to be Vinny and Sol and Tyrone and Avi and the Four Fingers and Doug the Head. I don't even think there need to be Doug the Head, honestly.
There were a lot. Like Bullet Tooth Tony. I mean, there were a lot.
Yeah, just do Bullet Tooth Tony. I mean, oh God. I guess Boris is so fucking funny that I can't imagine him not being in this, but there's just way too many. Way too many.
I wouldn't want them to do it without Bullet Tooth Tony because the pub scene where Sol and Vinny come in and they have like the replica guns.
Yeah.
And he's doing that whole scene with them.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense. That's a good scene. So
he's great.
He's good. I think like getting rid of Doug the Head would have been good. I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah.
I absolutely do like Benicio del Toro. I just don't know that it's necessary. I think that I think he had a little bit of fat.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of fat, and it's fun fat. It's really fun fat, but fat.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Snatch is great. Great soundtrack. Great cinematography.
Oh, the soundtrack's great.
Great editing.
Oh, I want to mention the cinematography. There's a point where the last fight with Mickey, there's a shot where Mickey gets hit.
Yeah.
And he's like flying back. It's a great shot.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Ty didn't love it. He was like, it's so unrealistic. And
I thought it was cool.
This is a silly movie and that's a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
I mean, did Guy Ritchie do music videos? He seems like he...
Well, he did one of Madonna's... he did one of Madonna's videos, but he also did one of the Sherlock Holmes
meant
movies.
like before, like... Or Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels is like his first...
Mm-mm.
No, that one wasn't his first?
Yeah, no, but he did one of the Sherlock Holmes movies that was really good. And you can see some of that stylistic and some of those fight scenes.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, it's so good.
And
so
Dennis Farina, Jesus Christ, he's good in it. I actually think he was like the breakout star in it.
I do too, yeah. Especially thinking that he started his career as a police officer. Like he wasn't an actor.
And he's like, is he the only American?
Yes. Uh-huh.
I mean, because Benicio del Toro, I don't even know like where he's supposed to be from.
I think he's actually from.
No, I mean in the movie, like his characters are
from. I don't know.
Maybe he's American. I don't know, but Dennis Farina is so like stereotypically American. And
Brooklyn
so
or like
perfect.
New York or
like even his last bit. He like, do you have anything to declare? Yeah, don't go to fucking England.
Yeah.
I love it. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Do you want to say what our next movie is?
It is our Thanksgiving movie.
Mm-hmm.
And we are doing Family. Go ahead.
Oh, well, Adam's Family Values.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. It was so funny when we were talking about what we were going to do for Thanksgiving. And it was like, oh, yeah, that was so great. And if you've seen it, you'll know exactly why we're doing that one.
Yes, it's going to be fun.
Oh, that was great. Joan Cusack is in that.
So good.
Oh, my God. Peter McNichol's in it.
Yes, so...
Oh, Christine Baranski's in it. Oh, gosh. I'm really excited for it.
It's going to be so good.
Well, I'm going to try and sober up.
No, you're going to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Also known as pass out.
I was going to take another shot.
Oh, okay. I'll do it.
We'll see.
Okay.
Well, until next time, goodbye, Katrina Porter.
Bye, Serene.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.